Right. We are live. Okay. Gonna give it a little bit of time for the people to come in, and we're gonna have some fun this evening. All right. We are back. Okay, I see thumbs up, but I don't see viewership going up. What's going on now? We gotta have some fun tonight. All right, I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead and put out this wonderful information that I have for you guys. All right. Make sure you guys can hear me. Okay. All right. Hang tight. We are gonna give out this information in a minute. I'm just waiting on some more people to come on board as well. Sam, I see you. Who is that? Deranged Hobbit. I see you. Thank you for coming in and joining us. Stick to. I got some good information for you guys. Stormy, how you doing? Long time. All right. COD. Y'all hang tight for a little bit. I'm gonna give it about another minute before I go ahead and start. But I want to say thank you for joining this live as well. So if you guys see me looking up and you see me looking back down at the phone, it's because I'm live on YouTube as well as going live on TikTok at the same time. So just bear with me until I can get my bearings together, and we're gonna make it all worthwhile. And we're gonna have some fun, and we're gonna enjoy the session. Okay. Okay, Steve. Is that my brother Steve, or is that another Steve? Deborah, how you doing? All right. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, so we're gonna give it let's give it one more minute and then we're gonna go ahead and start with the information, okay? How everybody doing this evening? I know that pollen is something else. I see a lot of thumbs up over here on the YouTube side as well, so that's good. That's good. Everybody's joining in. A lot more from when we first started out. My mentor will be proud. If you build it, they will come. Patience and perseverance. Remember that. Nana, Michael, what's that? O'Shea, Kenny. All right, all right. Freddie. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Just like I said, just come on in as we go, okay? So, first and foremost, thank you all for joining. I'm using my teleprompter at the same time. I'm also streaming live, like I said earlier, from YouTube as well as TikTok. So I'm gonna be going up and back and forth with the information, but it's gonna be the same for everybody. Okay. So good evening, ready travelers. I am officially done editing all my brand new content from Oasis of the Seas, and it is being uploaded as we speak. Well, technically, it's already uploaded. I just had to go ahead and time it. So you guys going to get those videos on a daily basis on TikTok, which would be shorts. But when you go to the YouTube on Thursdays, you'll be able to. Hold on, give me a second. Okay. On Thursdays will be the new videos as they go with shorts in between. So you guys won't get confused about that. So every Thursday there'll be a new video coming out around 10 a.m. And in between that, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, you guys will also get a chance to see the shorts. Now, from when I first started this YouTube thing and started being a travel agent, I had zero experience, zero clue of what I was actually doing at the time. But as time went on, I've got more comfortable and the quality is getting better and better every time out. So if you go back to my earlier videos, you will see the contrast or the difference from my earlier videos versus what I got going on today. And like I said, it's getting better and better as time goes on. So thank you guys for being patient with that as well. All right, so we're gonna keep going on. Uh, Everything's uploaded. Like I said before, like I said, I wanted to go live to give you guys an exclusive look at what's coming on, and I'm going to share with you tonight some of the stuff that you're going to see in the video as well. Okay. Also, this is very important. Stick around to the end because I have a huge announcement that I want to share with you guys. It's a big surprise. It's a huge announcement, and it's my way of saying thank you for being with me and trusting Ready for All Travel as well. Everybody grab their drinks. If you're down south and you know about that pollen, you have no choice but to grab a drink. It's not alcohol. It's a weekday, but it's a drink nonetheless because of all that pollen. I don't know, where you guys are at around the world, but down here in the south right now, the pollen is thick and heavy right now. And it's going to be like this for a while. So excuse my voice. And sometimes you may hear, the difference in my voice as well, but it's all because of that pollen that we got going on down here. All right. So once again, before we get started, I want to say, for all the new people that just came in from the YouTube page, I'm going live on TikTok as well. So you guys are going to see me looking up and looking down because I want to give everybody, the exclusive, information at the same time. Okay, so just bear with me on that aspect as well. Stay tuned to the end because I got a very surprise for you guys, and I think you guys will definitely like it and enjoy it. Okay. In the videos, we have a new team member. His name is Travi. Now, you've seen him pop up from time to time in the older videos at the time, but as time went on, Travi has become an intricate part of our videos as well. So he's going to be giving interviews. He's going to be talking more. He's going to be interacting with you guys a lot more and sharing, tips and everything that he has learned. His name is Travi the Travi Heart. Okay, the Travi Heart. Real good, real cool, interesting character. Funny. Okay, but he's getting more comfortable as well, and he's going to be, you're going to see him in the videos, and he cuts up all the time. I have to keep an eye on that guy. Okay. This is my first live on TikTok, like I was saying earlier. So don't roast me, okay? I'm getting used to it. Literally, I woke up this morning and TikTok said, "Hey, guess what? You can go live now." I was like, "What? I can go live on TikTok? Awesome, amazing!" So I'm happy and excited about that as well, guys. All right, but don't roast me. Just give me time. All right. So, like I was saying, with prayer and patience, you know, everything's possible. Also, remember, if you guys have any questions or comments, Oh, Monkey Love, I see you. How you doing? Thank you for joining in. Appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments, do not hesitate to ask me. If I don't answer your questions tonight, I will definitely follow up with you later. My only request is let's keep it, let's keep it nice, respectful, and PG-13. Reason I don't want to get banned before I even get the platform up and running the right way. Okay, so let's keep it clean. Let's have fun. Let's enjoy, and let's not get blocked. Okay, let's just keep it real. Yeah, we talked about traffic. I'm using my teleprompter at the same time, so because I got so much information, and with the way today's society is, people don't have a lot of time. So imagine I had all of this information and all of those videos. I had to condense everything down to 5 minute videos, 10 minute videos. But some videos I had to just let it run through because it was just that important, like Lavadi tradition. That was so rich in tradition that you guys, I had to let that run. So that's going to be an extremely long video, but it's going to be well worth the view. Trust me on that. Okay, I cannot stress that enough. Lavadi tradition is one of the finest ones excursions that I've ever actually been on, and I'm looking to go on it again whenever I do the cruise and go back down to Haiti. Um, all right, so I just wanted to give a brief, what I'm gonna be talking about and discussing today, and now we're just gonna go ahead and move on into why you guys are here, and that's the Oasis of the Seas experience. That's a good ship, okay, and the trip was fantastic. So that's why, like I said, I'm gonna go step by step and give you, my take on everything that we did and everything that we, enjoyed while we was there. Okay. So the first impressions of embarkation and the excitement. Okay, so like I said before, I've been on Carnival, I've been on Royal Caribbean. I cannot. Now this is just my honest view and assessment. When it comes to embarkation, Royal Caribbean got all the other cruise lines beat. Now, mind you, I haven't been on Voyage yet, so I can't really attest to Voyage just yet. But I plan on going on Voyage as well in the near future. But as for right now, Royal Caribbean embarkation, it's like from the moment that you get off your Uber or however your shuttle, however you get there, to the time you get to your stateroom, less than an hour. Each and every time that we've actually, because we've been on Freedom of the Seas and Oasis of the Seas, and we got Allure coming up as well. So each time we went from the shuttle, from the hotel to the shuttle, from the shuttle to actually being in our stateroom, an hour and a half. But I'm talking about the embarkation from the time that we got, because it was like a half-hour ride from the hotel to the ship. But the rest of the process, about an hour. And believe it or not, an hour sounds like a long time, but when you're actually doing the process and you're moving, it's fast. It's real fast. Okay, so the stateroom tour. I started to do a stateroom tour, but I realized that I've done that in previous videos, and the staterooms really doesn't change that much. I mean, yes, excuse me, the balcony stateroom versus the inboard stateroom, self-explanatory. It's a balcony, okay. But the stateroom itself, you didn't really come there for the stateroom. You came for the excitement and the joy and the fun and the meet people and the food and all of that stuff. So I look at the stateroom as a place where you just to come back and sit back, relax, catch your bearings, and then go back out and have some more fun. So stateroom is the bedroom. Okay, you got a bathroom, you got a shower, you got a toilet, you got a TV, and you got a bed in the closet. But we're going to talk about packing in a few minutes because that is very important. I can't stress that enough. Each time we try to make sure that we condense our packing, but every time we end up overpacking. So we're going to talk about packing also at the same time. Took us 10 minutes from getting off the shuttle to getting on board Utopia in under 10 minutes. Exactly. So see, Monkey Love Travel said it only took them 10 minutes from the time that they got to the ship to get into their stateroom. Less than 10 minutes. Royal Caribbean. That's all I can say about it. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, now we have fun on Carnival too. That they don't call it a fun shit for nothing. So I'm not saying that Carnival is not fun. I'm just talking about the embarkation part. Royal Caribbean got them beat on that. Okay. Like I say, stateroom to stateroom. There's nothing really too much to really talk about that. We dropped our bags off, and if you go back to our other videos when we were talking about getting your amenities together and going down to the front desk and getting everything set up for your food and your make sure that you got your Wi-Fi and all of that stuff. You can go back to the previous videos and watch that as well. Okay. The packing tips. We're going to jump back real quick to the packing tips. Okay, so the packing tips is something that I haven't mastered it. Okay, it's just it's one of those things that it's you thumbs up. It's one of those things where you have the right mindset, but you can easily lose track of it. I mean, like that. It's like, oh yeah, let me bring this. Oh yeah, let me bring that. Don't forget your sunscreen. Don't forget this. Don't forget that. And before you know it, man, you got all of this stuff again. 3, 4 bags. So the best thing that I can say is, if you try to keep everything down to, if you're going with 2 people, 1 bag each, and an extra bag for your, toiletries, carry-ons, or whatever that you need. That's the only really advice that I could give you on that. Because, like I said before, I haven't mastered it, and every time we go out, it's a lot. It's a lot. But like I say, it's still fun nonetheless. Like I said, we left with 3 bags, came back with 4. You see what I'm talking about? Because of the stuff that we actually brought back, because we was buying stuff, you know, family, friends, bringing them pack gifts and stuff like that as well. So, hey, you're gonna have fun nonetheless. All right, so one of the big videos that I enjoyed doing was talking about the drink package. Okay, so I did a little experiment with the drink package. I wanted, and you guys going to see the video, and I'm not going to go in depth about it, but I'm just going to briefly touch what we did versus, and it's basically what you see on all the other travel channels and all of the other drink package videos. But I put it to test. I actually did it to see exactly how it was going to work out. Okay, so what I actually did was, at the time of our cruise, I figured out how much the drink package was. Now, with that, I compared it to what I was allowed to bring on board the ship, which is 2 750 milliliter wine bottles, as well as, well, let's just keep it simple. Okay, I'm just going to keep it simple. Kiss. All right. We brought on board 2 750 milliliter wine bottles. Okay. That's 1 per adult. Okay, now there's tricks and tricks and stuff to get around that, but we're not even going to discuss all of that. Okay. So with that being said, I also purchased on the Royal Caribbean app. I purchased 2 wine packages on that they brought to the stateroom, and this one actually came with a cheese charcuterie. Okay, I said it that time, charcuterie. All right, I still mess it up, but I bought the cheese tray. I always call it just the cheese tray. Okay, but the charcuterie tray with 2 wine bottles that came with it. Okay, I also was able to purchase pint-sized bottle of Tanqueray gin, as well as what was it? It was Tanqueray and I forgot the other alcohol about. It was they're pint size, but they also came with a 6-pack of tonic as well as a 6-pack of Sprite. Okay, so I think that was all of that we purchased. So we brought 2 wines on board with us. I purchased 2 wines and then the 2 bottles of liquor. And for us, we're light drinkers, so I don't drink a lot. So that was able to carry me through those 6 days on Oasis of the Seas. Now, with that being said, like I said, watch the video. It's very important to watch that video. I actually saved, because at the time of purchase, it was like $1,300 for 2 adults for the drink package. somewhere around there. But for me, my grand total was $240 something. So I saved over $800 by doing it the way that I did it versus buying the drink package. Now, for some, the drink package is worth it because you don't have to worry about what you're drinking, how you're drinking. You can just, if you're a heavy drinker, you can go back and forth and enjoy. But for me, spending all that money and not drinking that much didn't make sense. And then I got to pour how much I wanted to actually pour. I was my own bartender, at the same time. So it was easy because all you have to do is just ask your steward, your attendant, to bring you 2 glasses or 4 glasses to your stateroom, pour your drink, walk the ship, have a good time. If you want another drink, go back, pour another one, walk the ship, have a good time. I was even able to bring it on down to Coco K, which you watch that video also, and you're gonna see me go behind the curtain. Ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna see me do that a lot in my videos. What behind the curtain is exactly what this video is all about right now. I'm taking you guys behind the curtain to show you ways that you can get around certain things, or if it's actually worth it, certain excursions, certain like the zip lines. You'll see that in a second. I did behind the curtain on that as well. It was okay. It was fun. But so that's basically when you see me do that, that's what it really means. It's going behind the curtain. And I talked about that in previous videos as well. Am I clear? Can you guys hear me? YouTube, can you guys hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. TikTok saying, can you guys hear me? Okay, cool. Thanks. Appreciate that. EJ. All right. But yeah, so that's the breakdown of the drink package. And you guys will see that in the video as well. Yeah, we talked about that. Okay, so when we got the Coco K, we went instead of like, okay, so now a lot of this things that I'm talking about, excuse me, I'm talking too fast. A lot of the stuff that I'm talking about are in my previous videos as well. So, like Coco K, what we're going to talk about. Coco K is a wonderful experience for all the first timers, but at the same time, I wanted to go on Coco K and do something a little bit different. So we went on here and purchased the excuse me, that pilot. I told you guys about that. We went on ahead and purchased the Hideaway Beach package. So we went on Hideaway Beach, and let me tell you, that was fun too. Hideaway Beach is an exclusive area on Coco K where it's adult only. So you can get, kick back, relax, have a good time, have some drinks, have different food that, they serve throughout the rest of Coco K. And like I said, Coco K comes like Coco K itself. They have, places where you can eat and everything is free. Hideaway Beach, you have to pay, to actually go to Hideaway Beach. But like I said, it was well worth it to experience. I can't tell you what the price is because the price changes with different specials that Royal Caribbean put out all the time. Okay. Like I say, Thrill, the water park. I haven't been on the water park because they got a water park on the ship. So you go down the slide. The slide is a slide is a slide. Okay, but the difference is that you get to experience like the zip line on Coco K. That was fun. Chill Island was fun. Oasis Lagoon was fun. So I mean, there's a lot to do on Coco K as well. You can, and if you don't feel like it, I mean, you can just go to one of the beach areas, kick back in the sun, and just relax for the rest of the day. Or you could take different excursions that happens, while on Coco K. So there's a lot to do. There's it's fun. Like I said, that was my second time on Coco K, and so we decided to go hit the Hideaway Beach, and we definitely enjoy Hideaway Beach. Chill Grill is very good. Yes, Monkey Love said Chill Grill is also very good, and actually, yeah, we had a great time there. Like I said, I'm using my teleprompter so I won't miss anything. Also, as the food. Oh yeah, one of the good things is back at home, I have a friend of mine. I'm not gonna mention her name. I don't know if she's watching right now, but if she's watching, she is the empanada queen. Okay, so when we got to Coco K and Hideaway Beach, I saw on the menu board, so you'll see me stroll. It says apple empanadas. So I was like, you know what? Let me see if this, how this will taste. Because I've had, meat, chicken, cheese, and all the other type of empanadas, but I never had like a dessert, and it was pretty good. It actually tastes like an apple pie. It tastes like an apple pie in a hot pot. If that's the best way to explain it. EJ said he chilled in the pool by the DJ and had fun. Okay, so he was at Hideaway Beach also at the same time. So like I say, a Hideaway Beach is cool, man. It's fun. But that apple empanada plus my behind the curtain moment with my drink, man, it was awesome. It was awesome. And then Travis, like I said before earlier, Travis, he was messing with all the people over in their little because they also have a little area where it's like VIP. I forget what it's called. You guys can help me out with that. It's like their own little um area to sit back. It's like a little recline area with the fans, and they have their own concierge service and stuff like that. That costs a lot of money though. So that's why I probably can't remember because I can't afford to go up in there. But if you guys can remember what the name of it is, help me out with that. Yeah, that's on Hideaway Beach. Uh, okay, so at the end of okay, at the end of Coco Cay, we went back to the ship and then we switched out. I think that first night was it White Night? Yeah, I think it was White Night. And like I said, they have theme nights on board the ships. Each particular night is a theme night where you dress in your best and you have your uh, elegant night, white night, and on Oasis it was Caribbean night. So I think the first night when we got back from Coco Cay was white night. So it's just basically you white party. Everybody dressed up in white, go down and like on the I'm having I'm forgetting the on the boardwalk and the promenade. Thank you. The promenade. They got DJ and they got music playing and people dancing and it's a lot of fun. The promenade. Hey, it is what it is. I forget things. But yeah, so like I say, it was a great time though. And White Night, you'll see all of that also as well. We walking around having a good time, having a couple drinks. Went out to eat. A lot of the foods was like it's this. Okay, so I'm not going to really talk about the foods because I didn't record a lot of the dining. A lot of people always want to take a picture of their steak, take a picture of their shrimp, and I did that on the first batch of videos as well. So this section, the food is the same. So like specialty dining for those who've never been on a cruise ship and would like to try specialty dining, that costs extra. Okay, so if you want to try it, I say go ahead and do it because it's part of the adventure. It's part of the experience. Okay, so I say yes, go ahead and do it. Try it one time, see how you like it. Okay, 2, 3 more experienced cruisers. You know, and I don't consider myself an experienced cruiser, but like I say, this is my second time on Oasis. I mean, on not Oasis, my second time on Royal, and the menu was pretty much the same, so it didn't really differ from the first time. So we went ahead and had a main dining, and then we went up to the solarium. I think that's what it's called, and we ate there also at the same time. So it is what it is. So that's why you don't see a lot of food videos that I have on this batch of videos. It's all about the excitement and the fun. Okay. The next day, which would be day 3, was a sea day. Yeah, that was fun. I really enjoyed that sea day because they had now out of everything that was going on during the sea day, they had this belly flop contest. Now, I know it sounds cheesy. I know it sounds stupid. Oh, I can't use that word. Rephrase that. I know it doesn't sound like a lot of fun, but in actuality, it was a blast. That belly flop contest was it was fun. I definitely enjoyed the belly flop contest. And you guys gonna watch that and see that belly flop. And I try to add, excuse me, I try to add some, some extras to it, to enhance it. But you guys are going to get a kick out of that, man. That was funny. So day 3 was good. It was fun. Day at sea, and after that we headed over to the. They had a dance contest during the belly flop. Also, that was pretty entertaining. You guys gonna enjoy that. Okay, so the next spot that we hit was day 4, and that was Jamaica. Um, that was Falmouth, Jamaica. Like I say, I'm looking up at the YouTube screen, also down at the TikTok. Okay, so I'm able to do both at the same time. So just bear with me until I get my bearings right on that. But so when we got back to Falmouth, Jamaica, we went to one of the excursions was the Green Grotto Caves and the Dunn River Falls. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the Dunn River Falls first. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go ahead and be the first to say it now. I'm a little bit older now. I didn't get these gray hairs for nothing. Okay, Dunn River Falls is great. However, if you're not athletic or able to climb rocks because you're going up a hill, a mountain, not a mountain, but it's rocky. It's River Falls, okay? If you can't do it, don't try it, but you can still go on the excursion. However, they have an area where you can walk it. So if you have loved ones that want to go in the water and do it, that's fine. You can walk it and you can record their moment going through there and the scenery. I mean, man, scenery is nice. I mean, it's Jamaica. Excuse me. But the scenery is awesome. So, but we did it. So, we started at the bottom and we're climbing up the rocks. The video's a bit shaky. Okay. So like I say, it's so much I had to try to condense it down. So it's a bit wobbly and shaky and everything because I tried to have my harness on at first, but the harness wouldn't stay on. It wouldn't attach the correct way, and I had my waterproof. So I had to use, which I'm not going to put it together now, obviously, but I used my little semi GoPro here, and I had it in my waterproof case, and I had this attached to the lanyard around my hand. So it was either save this or myself. Save me or save this. Okay, so y'all already know the answer. Y'all already know. I'm more valuable. So a lot of videos, I was letting that joker go and hold it on. You see, at the same time, I had to condense the video from, like I say, because people don't have time to watch a 2-hour video, so I had to condense it all the way down to about 12 minutes. So a lot of the footage I had to delete. So I tried to capture the most that I could while going up the falls. But like I said, it was nice. It was exhilarating. The water flow. They got a lot of safety people around you too at the same time to make sure that you don't hurt yourself. The guides, they take you up through the falls, give you moments where, of course, they could take footage. And you can purchase all of this stuff through them as well. Brain Cash, you guys know all of this. And if you don't, the newbies, I will walk you through that. When you guys time for you to purchase your excursions or whatever, I'll be able to let you guys know how the currency works at the same time. Watch those previous videos, but I will still be able to help you guys also at the same time. But with that being said, going through the falls was great. It was an amazing experience. You know, Jamaica is like home away from home. That's how much fun I have every time I go to Jamaica. There's something new, something exciting, and I just love it. Like I say, if well, we'll talk about that later on. But like I say, if you guys get a chance to do anything or when it's time for you guys to purchase your cruise and go on your cruise, if you want to do, you know, if you're hesitant about Jamaica, don't know anything about it, trust me, you will enjoy Jamaica. You will have a great time. Okay, but like I said, that's what I'm here to do to help you guys out with that. Okay, so climbing the falls was awesome. But the second part of that, because it's a two-part excursion, that excursion was like 4 or 5 hours long. But like I say, it doesn't seem that long. But because once like I say, the night before I had a couple drinks or whatever. So when that fresh water hit me, it kind of woke me up a little bit, and I got back into the swing of things as well. So after we left the Dunn's River Falls, we went to the Green Grotto Caves. Now you're gonna see those videos as well. The Green Grotto Caves is totally. We tried to video record it, but the tour guide said that I couldn't record video inside of the caves because of the natural inhabitant of the wildlife that lived inside the caves. So everything is photos. But I also did an audio about what you actually are watching in the photos. And Green Grotto Caves was another amazing experience. But like I said before, once again, water shoes, and make sure that you have the proper endurance. If you and it's nobody's, if you can't do it, you can't do it. It is what it is. But I don't recommend it for the people that have back problems, hip problems, or can't walk an extended period of time. Because like the grotto caves, you're going down to the wishing well, which is like a couple feet below, and then you got to walk these steps to get up out of there. And we went. What was it? We went in February. Actually, it was in February, so it wasn't hot. So it was, but I can imagine the humidity and the heat that's down there during the summer, spring, summer. Before roll into the fall session. So if you're not athletic, or if you don't have that proper endurance, or because I'm out of shape too, I ain't gonna sit here and act like I'm can run a marathon. I can't even run to the mailbox. Keep it real with you. But at the same time, I sucked it up and I went ahead and went through it. But I knew at the end of it that some people aren't going to be able to go through that. So I don't recommend it for the people that's not conditioned. That's the best way to say it. Okay. But at the same time, it was a great experience, and you guys are going to see that in the upcoming videos. All right. Yeah, the marketplace, Green Grotto. See, I don't want to give away what you're about to see, so I'm just briefly talking about certain things as well, because it goes more in depth within the video. Green Grotto Caves. Yeah, the secrets. There's a lot of hidden gems in that Grotto Caves, and the secrets of it gives a rich history of Jamaica, which I didn't even know about at a particular time. But like I said, I'm not even going to spoil it. I'm just going to just say, tune in. Okay. So after we left Jamaica, we went to Labadee, baby. Labadee. Now, the good thing, now, Labadee, and you're going to see it within the spelling. There's really two parts of Labadee, Haiti. There's Labadee, Royal Caribbean side, and then Labadee, IE, which is the actual people side. I guess that's the best way to say it, because I don't want to say native, because that sounds weird. That's their home. That's their home. So, but they pronounce it Labadee with the IE, where Royal Caribbean spells it Labadee with two E's. So within the spelling, when you see it on the video, you're gonna say, "Hey, wait a minute, Richard don't know how to spell." No, it's not that. It's just that at certain times I want to show the IE and the EE at the same time. And you're gonna hear some of like our tour people, because they speak French as well as Creole and English on the island. Okay, so man, that was the best. Okay, come in, come in, come in, come in. That was the best excursion I ever been on. I'm gonna say it up here so you guys can see it. That was the best excursion I ever went on. I'm not sugarcoating, and I'm not saying it, because like I say, I have friends back here where I live that are Dominican, and that's Haiti's neighbor. Okay, they share the island. Okay, on the I might get it wrong. Don't chop my head off. The east side is Haiti. The west side is Dominican Republic, or vice versa. One of the two. Okay, but like I said before, that culture is so rich, and the history is so rich. That was the best excursion. I say it one more time. The best excursion I ever went. And I almost didn't go on it because it like I was watching other people's videos on it, and I thought it was kind of weak. Not not what they shot, but the excursion itself, I thought would be kind of boring. But when I got there, I dropped a tear, guys. Yeah, one tear rolled down this side of my face. One tear, okay? Because I learned so much, and I didn't know, the struggle and the turmoil and the stuff that they went through to become who they are to this day. And it made sense because one of the things that we always hear about is the violence, the killing, the drug lords, and we hear nothing but negativity about Haiti. Okay, and I'm not gonna get on a soapbox about that, but that's the media. Okay, you can't always trust the media. We should all know this by now. Okay, but this is not the time or place to talk about that. All I'm saying is that to gain a more cultural experience, you should hear it from the locals. You should hear it from the people themselves because they can tell you what they're going through. They can tell you what their day to day life is all about. And for me to come from America with a preconceived notion, which is wrong, and then to actually go there and hear it from their point of view was eye opening. It was an awakening. Okay. And like I said before, when you guys watch the video, that's the extended video that I'm talking about. There was no way in the world that I could. I tried my best to shorten it as best as possible, but I wanted you guys to actually hear it from their perspective. Okay, and it's good. It's good. You would trust me. Like I said, I can go a whole hour just talking about Labadee by itself. And like I said, IE, the IE part, okay? And that's where we went on the Labadee tradition. And it was fun. It was amazing. You catch a little boat ferry over to that part of the island. And I heard that they said that they're trying to broker a deal with Royal Caribbean because there was only a certain part of the island that we can actually go on. We couldn't go into the city itself of Labadee. Okay, we couldn't go into the city, so we could only see a certain portion of it. Okay, but they're trying to make it so they said hopefully by the end of this year or the middle of this year or by the end of this year, maybe next year, that they'll be able to do excursions into the city itself. Because I think they said, if I'm not mistaken, 5,000 people live right there. They're the third largest city in Haiti behind Port-au-Prince. And I forgot what the second one was, but it's in the video. The guy talks about the second one and then Labadee. Okay, so great experience. Okay, so definitely watch it. I know. Even if you got to pause it and come back to it, watch the entire video. Definitely watch that one. Okay, because that history within itself is going to be well worth it. And then hopefully you guys, will purchase, your cruise with the Labadee excursion as well. So when we got back to the Royal Caribbean side, okay, I gotta go behind the curtain, let you guys understand something. Okay. I'm retired Navy. Okay. I was in the military. I was in the Navy. Okay. I did 20 years in the Navy. Now, with that being said, beach life, been there, done that. Okay. So I lived off of the beach or on the beach or on the ship or on a cruise, not a cruise, going on deployment with the military, pulling into what? Another beach. So I've been to a lot of beaches around the world. Okay. And I also have been to Haiti, obviously. But my point of view is that a beach, for me, a beach is a beach is a beach. So when we got to the Royal Caribbean side, it's like Coco Cay, except it's in Haiti. Okay. Still fun. Don't get it twisted. It's still fun. But I specifically went to that side because I wanted to do the Dragon Tail roller coaster. Dragon Tail Coaster. I tried my best to record the video, but it's a two-seat car that you have to. It's a standalone roller coaster, so you don't have like the traditional, all of the cars, everybody going up and going down. It's you in the car, okay, and you got to manually slow down or speed up. It's called the Dragon Tail Challenge. If you can ride that entire thing without hitting the brakes. Now, mind you, I'm riding the coaster and I'm trying to film. I'm trying to actually film at the same time. So I got one hand holding this, trying to capture footage, and one hand on the brake, trying to slow that thing down. But it's so much fun, So I was, working it the best as possible. Someone behind me, okay, so while you're in line going to get on the Dragon Tail, you have them piping in the instructions on how to slow down, what to do, et cetera, et cetera. Now, a lot of people normally sit two to the car, okay? If you're not plus size, because we're not all that big, but if you're bigger than the seats, then you have to ride individually. Well, she decided not to listen because she thought she was going to be riding with me. Now, this is the funny part. As once I get in front, they tell you slow down, but don't, stop because the other car's coming. Yeah, there's nothing, a buffer in between these cars. So you can slow down and speed up, but don't come to a complete stop because if not, they will come behind you and bam. That's what they said on the thing. Somebody wasn't listening. So the people in front of me took off. I get in mine. I start off. Now I'm hitting the brakes, but see, now the entire time when I ride through, I don't even see the people in front of me. So I'm expecting to have that same distance behind me. Okay. When I get off the car at the end, she's right there behind me. She rode the entire dragon, no brakes, because she didn't know how to apply the brakes. Man, it was hilarious. I look back and I'm like, what are you? She said, no brakes. No brakes, man. So, like I said, the Dragon Tail is fun. Ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention to the instructions before you get on any roller coaster rides or any excursions, anything. Listen to what they say first, okay? I cannot stress that enough. We laugh about that to this day. Pay attention. It's very fun, though, okay? Um, Sugar cane, right? We talked about that. Yeah, riding the coaster. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about I'm not gonna talk about their history as well, because like I say, that's the long video, but it talks about everything about the culture of Haiti. So I'm not gonna talk about all of that. Okay. So with that being said, so that was Labadee was day 5. Haiti was day 5, if I'm not mistaken. And then day 6 was our C day heading back to Fort Lauderdale. Okay, so now day 6 video. When you watch the first video, there was some videos when I tried to go live. I actually tried to go live, which nobody tuned in to watch. But hey, I got a couple people up here on YouTube, and I got a lot of people down here on TikTok, so I'm happy. If you build it, they will come. So, but I tried to go live on Oasis and talk about some of the things, but people did eventually watch it later on, after I posted it. It was the zip line and the abyss slide. Okay. So I started getting cold feet about both of them because I'm like, damn, I'm about to zip line across the ship and I'm about to go in total darkness down this. It's a dry slide. It's not a water slide. It's a dry slide. It's like a sliding board, but it's dropping 2 stories down and going in a man. Okay, like I said, I don't want to spoil it, but the zip line. I made a lot of excuses why not to get on that thing, but I said that I was going to do it when I first started the videos back in day one. So here it is, day 6, and I said, well, I can't let my people down. I can't let my ready travelers down. I said I was going to do it. I decided to do it. So I went back and changed, and because you have to have on closed toe shoes and socks in order to go across the zip line. And of course you got to have a harness on and all this if you go see the video. So I went ahead and did it. And I'm glad that I did it because now I can check that off the bucket list. Now I did the zip line in Coco Cay, which is it's a different beast because the zip line in Coco Cay, yes, it's huge, it's everything, but it's more traditional. Okay, but who in their right mind would think about zip lining on a cruise ship? Okay, so that's why I was starting to get cold feet. But I did it, and I'm glad I did it. So I can tell you guys to go ahead and do it. What you're scared of, I conquered that fear. Okay, so I did it. After that, which you're gonna see the video, I went on the Abyss dry slide. The Abyss slide is it's fun. Um, I tried a new technique that I was trying to work on, and you guys gonna see the technique when you watch that video. There's a new technique that I've been trying to work on, and that's why I say all my videos, the quality is going to get better and better and better. Since I upgraded my equipment, the quality of my videos are going to get better and better and better and better. And plus, I'm in this mentoring program, training program, and I got a lot of classmates that help me with my videos. They help me with, with the videos. Help me with any questions I may have about the travel. Being a travel agent. Great guys, great bunch of guys. I've talked about them before. I'm not even gonna mention their names right now. Some of them are actually tuning in right now, and I thank you for you guys for tuning in to my live tonight. But it's the abyss is 2 stories down. I know I got off topic there for a quick second, but it's 2 stories down, and I thought that I had my harness and everything correctly, but when you get in the slide, you have to lean back. You're gonna see I hit my head getting into things. So when you see me go bam, I hit my head, okay, because I was too tall. But when I got in the slide, you lean back. So by me not adjusting the camera to the proper angle, like when I got on, it was like this. But when I lean back, it's pointing up. But at the same time, the video itself, it came out pretty good. The audio is bad because it's this camera right here, so the audio wasn't too bad. The video quality is amazing though. So if you guys can see that, instead of purchasing a GoPro, you guys should go ahead and there you go. Get one of these bad boys, and it's just like a GoPro, but without the price tag. Okay, I think I spent $100. No, not even. I think like $89. It was on sale also. So I think I spent like 80, 85, $89 for it. But like I say, the video itself is well worth it. So those videos was taken off of that camera versus the cell phone. And that was day 6. Um, yeah, I think that's really about it, guys. It was amazing. It was a great 6-day cruise. The next day we pulled back into Fort Lauderdale, and everybody's scared to get off the ship and stuff like that. And then we got back on, and we took the train. For me personally, I don't like driving or flying because I feel like the vacation itself is an excursion. So I'm in no rush. So I always try to book my travel days in advance, so I got a day buffer in between. Like if the ship is leaving on a Sunday, I will leave that Friday, get there on a Saturday, and then prepare myself and then get on the ship Sunday. And the same thing coming back. So I always, include those particular days in my travel time. So I'm in no rush. So instead of us catching the plane or driving down, we decided to hop the Amtrak, the choo-choo. Okay, so we catch the train down every time. And that's an excursion within itself. And there's some videos of me on the Amtrak. So we get on there, we're relaxing, we're catching up on last minute work related, stuff like that, and capturing some footage, double checking the equipment, making sure everything is good to go, and drink some wine, have a nice little dinner, ride the train. It's ride the train. I enjoy it now. Now, mind you, we spend a little bit more because we get a sleeper car versus riding coach. Nothing wrong with riding coach. You ride with what your pockets can afford. Plain and simple. I save up for that ability to have a sleeper car. Okay. Now, with that being said, it's called a roomette. There's video. I got video on the roomette as well. Now they also have a bigger one, which I haven't purchased yet, where it's a shower. It has its own shower and own amenities inside the car as well. Like you got your own bathroom in your roomette, but if you're by yourself traveling down, it's great. But if you're with a companion or you with someone, you don't want to use the bathroom and they're 2 inches in front of you. Okay, so you had the courtesy of leaving, go walk the ship up, walk the train while they do what they have to do, vice versa. So you can have a little bit of privacy while you do what you have to do. And you have bathrooms throughout the cars as well. That's what we decided to do. Now at the same time, you can now when I say like and this is don't quote me on these prices, ladies and gentlemen. All right. But if you get the coach seat, it's like $100. Okay. If you get the roomette, it's like $800, something like that, $600, somewhere around there. Okay. That car by itself room, $1,400. You see what I'm saying? So that's a little too much just to travel down to Fort Lauderdale. I ain't about to spend all that money. Roomette is where we go, so we budget for the roomette down and back. Okay, if that makes sense. So with that being said, that was Oasis of the Seas. Stay tuned for the videos and the shorts as well. And without further ado, the big surprise that I was telling you guys about. Okay, I have a giveaway announcement that I want to share with you guys. Okay, I'm giving back to all my subscribers. Yes. All right. But the key is you got to subscribe. You got to subscribe on TikTok and you got to go over and subscribe on YouTube. Okay. Ready4AllTravel. All right. How it works is once you subscribe to the channel, you leave a comment on this video with your dream vacation, your dream destination. Okay. See money online. Yeah. Okay. Um, yeah, you like the video, subscribe to the channels, and then you leave a comment of your dream vacation destination. Okay. Once you do that, you got to share that video with your family and friends or whoever. And once you do that, once you share the videos, once they come on and subscribe and leave a comment, they say that you recommended this video or you recommended tell the person that's going to subscribe that you recommended them to come to my channel, okay, with your name. That's how you're going to receive that point, okay? The more people, hold on. Uh, I don't know what happened. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second here. All right, forgive that. Somehow I lost my TikTok audience there for a hot second, but they came back, so I was able to get them back. But like I say, once they subscribe and tell me that you recommended them to come to the channel, they like and subscribe. you receive that point. Okay. The more points you accrue, here's the reward that you get. Okay. For every person, well, let me take a step back. So if you don't want to participate in this grand prize, then once you book with me, I am going to personally make sure that you get at least a $15 onboard credit. Okay. That's to use while on board the ship or towards your purchases for excursions and the stuff that we were just talking about. Okay. The main dining packages and stuff like that. Okay. But if you decide to go for the grand prize, if you're the fourth place winner, you're going to receive a $25 onboard credit. Okay. Once you book with me. Third place winner is going to receive a $50 onboard credit. Okay. Second place, $75. And our grand prize winner will receive $100 onboard credit. Now, let me explain to you guys why that's so important, why that's so significant. Okay. My first cruise I went on was with Carnival. Great experience. Okay. When I got on Royal Caribbean, my significant other, she loves to gamble. Okay. So she did the Casino Royale. Okay. So with that being said, we purchased with excuse me. When we placed our purchase, we received a $50 onboard credit. We used that $50 and started, well, she used the $50 and started gambling. Okay. She loves to gamble. Me personally, I don't gamble. Reason why is because I work too hard for my money just to give it away. That's just that's how I think. Okay. She loves to gamble. She took that $50 and ended up winning us a free cruise. Okay. That was the onboard credit money. That free cruise turned out to become what? Oasis of the Seas, the video that you guys are about to watch. That was a free cruise. All I had to pay was the taxes, you know, the ship taxes and stuff like that. You know, you can never get away from taxes. All right. That's all I had to pay, which came up to like $100. Okay. And then I paid an additional $100. I take that back to upgrade because it was an inboard stateroom. Okay. They're not going to give you they're not going to give you a balcony and junior suite and all of that stuff. You know, there's going to be an inboard stateroom basically, but you had the option to upgrade. So I selected to upgrade. Okay. Now, when I upgraded, within winning that free cruise on Casino Royale, watch the video. There's a video on that as well. I also got an additional $100 onboard credit. Okay. So when we got on Oasis of the Seas, she went and did her thing. I went and did my thing, which is documenting this footage for you guys and have fun at the same time. But I don't gamble. Ladies and gentlemen, guess what happened? She won another free cruise. So this November, we are going on Allure, which I talked about earlier. We're going on Allure of the Seas this upcoming November. Well, guess what? With another free $100 onboard credit. So, with that being said, this is the opportunity where you can flip this and continue your cruising experience with the credit that I'm providing for you guys. So, when you book with me, if you don't want to participate with the grand prize, what I was talking about, when you book with me, I will make sure that you get at least a $15 onboard credit. Okay. Now, I'm not telling you to gamble. I'm just telling you what. No, because I don't gamble. That's the point I'm making. There's other ways that you can receive a free cruise as well. Like and subscribe to the channel. Shoot me a comment, and I'll show you those other ways where you can also receive a free cruise. But good catch, though. I'm not telling you to gamble. I'm just showing you how we kept receiving our free cruises. Okay. So, like I said before, book with me. If you don't want to participate, I'm going to give you at least a $15 onboard credit, guaranteed. Okay. If you want to go through the grand prize, The more people that you get to book with me, the better your chances on winning. I probably will conclude the grand prize challenge probably right before we actually leave to go on our cruise, which will probably be, you know, October time frame. So it gives you a couple months to get your people on board to like and subscribe, and we could tabulate that, and you could check in with me, watch the videos and stuff like that as well. Okay. So I know I talked a lot, but like I say, for the TikTok guys, that's the first time I went live with you guys. So I thank you. Like and subscribe, share the video, um, pass it on, like I said before, and receive that free credit once you book with me. YouTubers, you guys already know what's up. You guys know where my heart is at. We're going to make it happen. We're going to do the thing. We're going to do it right. We're going to have fun while we're doing it at the same time. With that being said, a lot of my TikTok people don't know what I'm about to say next, but all the other people that have watched my YouTube videos definitely know what was coming out of my mouth. Adventure awaits. Let's make it unforgettable. We're ready for all travel. And as always, may your path be clear, your sails steady, and your adventures extraordinary. From all of us at Ready for All Travels, cheers. All right, continue on what you guys are doing. Get off my page. Go have some fun. Like, share, and subscribe. You guys understand. You guys know what it's all about. We're going to always have fun here. One love. Peace.